Driving through a place called Great Western, which is renowned for its apple winery. A bit of a vineyard here. A couple of the sepal buildings which are obscured by trees. And right behind it, got this beautiful old cemetery. Looks like it's got some beautiful old graves. I'm not sure what sort of flowers they are that's growing here, but there's quite a bit. We'll go and have an explore. Got a train racing through in the background there, it's a little bit noisy. Couple here from the early 1900s.
There's a train.
This one's 1896. 1873. Kruiser enjoying the sunshine. Bethany taking some photos. And why not? Beautiful day out here today. It's we come from the Ballarat district, and the temperature here, we're about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Ballarat, and the temperature difference here is, well, there's quite a difference. It's usually a few degrees warmer, that's for sure. This one's to the memory of Daniel Stewart, died in 1917, the year of the First Great War. Very tiny grave here, it's probably a baby.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Died in 1913.
Yeah.
Arthur Stewart. Got a MacDonald from Scotland. Died 1877. Born in 1811. Looks like there's a few newer graves punched in between some of the older ones, so we'll just try and avoid the newer ones as much as possible. And we're just walking around the area, and we're sort of noting that there's a few unmarked graves as well. You can just see there's little mounds of dirt where they've obviously buried some people. Here's an interesting one. It looks like the top's almost ready to cave in. This one here is quite substantial. It's 1877, 1895, 1890. It's a lovely feel, this cemetery. There's a lot of people who are not curious of cemeteries and who would rather just steer clear of them, but we find that, I don't know, maybe it's just that fear. It's probably something here, who knows, but definitely something just over past that other grave there. Died in 1950 as a baby. Yeah, it's people sort of tend to think that cemeteries are pretty scary places, but you know, it's part of life, isn't it? You know, eventually all of us go, and I think I'm walking over a couple of unmarked graves here. Just, yeah, excuse me. Just giving some respect here. Yeah, but the thing is that, you know, it's part of life, isn't it? You know, eventually we all end up in the ground or cremated or something like that. And of course our spirit moves forward, leaves our body. And the thing is, it's a sad thing, you know, watching somebody pass away, but it is a fact of life. And I'm not a big fan of actually, I wouldn't really like to be buried myself. Here's a couple of unmarked ones. It's actually just marked with a bit of a mound, and somebody's put a little bit of a flower there, but there's no marking as to who it is. Same with over here. And this one's an interesting one. Mary Jane, Hugh Boyd, 1911. Yep, yep. Trying not to walk over any unmarked graves. Just excuse us, ladies and gentlemen. If there's anyone around, we come with a lot of respect. Another unmarked one, apart from a few stones. 1910.
There's two there, there's a couple over that way for 1889 and 1890.
Yeah, I'm just going to go up the back there a bit. I don't know what it is. Maybe maybe it's the fact that people fear cemeteries because they think that there's spirit hanging around and whatever else. But you find that mostly in cemeteries, not a lot of spirit do hang around. They're graves. It's more likely this guy's from Ireland, so they come from all over the place. But it's more likely that the spirit that are hanging around are connected to the local area rather than the graves. And they just haven't crossed over. This one's quite substantial, isn't it? Alfred Osler Watson. Osler, I'm not sure. That's an odd name, isn't it? Osler. 1913. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's probably about 8 here. There's a substantial one just on the side here. It's quite a decent sized family. They come from London, England. So there's a little bit of history here. Here we go. 1862. This must be the very first Well, at least the oldest one that's marked so far.
Never take a dyslexic.
Eva just says, never take a dyslexic to a cemetery.
Don't take a
Could very
dyslexic.
muchly misread this name. This one's a Margaret, who died in 1869. Sad to see some of them broken, but you know, it does come with time, and unfortunately, you know, wherever you go you do find some idiots around that like to have a go at some of these headstones. Well, now this is very interesting. I've just come across a very new grave, and the camera is doing this. There we go, got the camera back onto normal again, and perhaps the spirit of this person was trying to tell us we don't want to be filmed, so I came around to the back just so that we don't see this person's name. We give this person a lot of respect and wish them to rest in peace. This is a very recent burial, so they haven't done anything solid around the grave as yet, which I'm sure they probably will over time. Yeah, Kruiser doesn't normally get up on top of the graves, but
Just parked him.
yeah, he just parked himself here.
I got the spirit box out.
So I don't know what's going on. We'll get the spirit box out and we'll see if we can do a little bit of communication. I've been trying to fix up my so we've got a proximity pod here, got a K2, and we're running necrophonics.
Hello, is there anyone here who would like to speak to us today? Someone's obviously called my dog Kruiser up to sit with you. My name's Bethany, I'm also known as Heather. The gentleman in the purple jacket is Rick. And the dog's name is Kruiser. Can you yell out your name and introduce yourself?
The lights are starting to go up on the pod. Are you making this happen? Is there someone here that's making this happen? Can you light it right up if you are? Can you yell out over the speaker? Over the spirit app? Can you give us your name?
Sarah, are you here? Mary Jane? We have William.
If you'd like to say anything to us, just speak clearly. We come here with a lot of respect for you.
You want Kruiser to move?
Dog.
Dog. Do you want the dog to move?
Spirit.
It says on your headstone that you passed between
The pod going off.
1896. How many children did you have, Sarah? Mary Jane, did you have children?
Yes.
How many children did you have, Mary Jane? dog?
All sorts of problems with the tech gear. My camera's just cactus now.
The
I
speaker's
don't know
gone
what's
weird.
happened. Speaker's gone weird.
The K2's been going off.
K2's been going off. It's just stopped now that we've got another camera in action, which is typical.
Yeah.
It never happens when you want it to happen.
No.
So anyway, Bethany's got the rods out.
Are we talking to Mary? Mary Jane? Sorry for the technical issues, Mary. Sometimes this world's technology is probably not the best. It says on your headstone that you died you passed at age 86. You had a very long life, is that correct? These aren't my rods either, so they're a bit slow.
Speak up a bit.
Yeah. Did you have children, Mary?
And Kruiser's catching flies.
Was it you that called Kruiser up to sit where he is?
No.
No. Was it William?
So how many spirit have we got here today? If I count, can you cross the rods where how many spirit are here today? Yep, you can do that for me. All right, thank you. I'll start counting now. You ready? Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll start again.
These aren't my rods, so the connection's a little not as strong as it normally is. Okay.
Okay, we'll just center the rods
Center.
and I'll start counting again. How many spirit are here today with us? 1? Just 1? Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Cross the rods if you're a female. Okay, cross the rods if your name is Mary. Cross the rods. Okay, center the rods. Cross the rods if your name is Sarah. Can you cross the rods if your name is Mary? Yeah, they were about to cross.
Yeah, I know. They're not mine, so it feels a bit weird.
Okay. Right, so we've got Mary. Is it Mary?
Sorry.
God.
Oh, they're not
Are you a
mine.
professional or what?
Oh, look, they're not mine, all right?
Should be able to use any rod. Come on, you're a medium.
I'm comfortable with mine.
Okay.
Someone's laughing. Mary's laughing.
Are you entertained with us? You find us entertaining? Yeah.
Sorry, Mary, the connection's a little bit fuzzy.
It's because we have respect for spirit. We treat spirit like we do any other human being. Do you think that's a good thing to do? Yeah. Okay, because we're all the same.
Can you give Kruiser a pat for me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, you can give Kruiser a pat if you like.
Yeah. You getting pats? I'm getting flies.
He's looking at flies.
You getting pats? Are you getting pats?
So, Mary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is William with you? Is Sarah with you? But they don't wish to talk.
Did you enjoy your life, the life that you had here?
I get the feeling it was a very long and full life.
Just a rather deeper question. Can you remember any of your past lives?
She's thinking, I can see her.
Can you remember any past other lives that you've had? Yes, you can. There's a big thing about whether past lives are real or not. And so you can remember some of your past lives? Yep.
Were you and Kruiser friends in the past life?
So you knew Kruiser in a past life?
Is that why he's sitting where he is? That's a strong yes.
Yep.
The energy just picked up.
So did you draw Kruiser towards your grave? Yep. To draw our attention to you? Yep, thank you.
The energy just
settle.
Jumped up a notch.
Yeah.
She got all excited then.
Well, do you have many people who come out to talk to you?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Has anybody ever come out to try to talk to you? Yes. Was there another paranormal group that came out to talk to you?
She doesn't understand.
To try to talk to you?
She doesn't understand what paranormal is.
People doing what we do here. Has anybody ever done that to talk to you?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Did you talk to them? No.
No.
No, she didn't.
So you lived in the area. Did you live in the area for a long time? Did you like living in the area?
Did you have a property? Did you have sheep and cows? Did you grow crops? Wheat? I'm getting wheat. Is that what? Yeah, wheat. Did you live not far from where we are?
Was it a?
She's getting really excited.
Was it a hard life that you had here, living here?
Yes.
You had to work off the land. Did you have a big family?
Did you have lots of kids?
How many kids did you have in your family? I'll start counting. Can you cross the rods when I'm right? When we get to the right number. Okay. So how many kids did you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Were you a good Catholic family? Yeah. Lots of kids? I'm just reading the plaque that's down there. It says, after 40 years of faithful service.
So, of Sarah, was she in the military or something? What was the service? We're just trying to figure out what the service was. Was it military? No. Was it nursing?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like care work. Yep.
She's got the veil with the red cross on it. Was she a war nurse? Did she look after the troops? Yeah. She was in a field hospital somewhere.
Did any of the family have anything to do with the winery here?
Oh, she's worked out how to
No. Okay.
She's worked that out.
No worries.
In a past life, was Kruiser a sheepdog? I'm getting a border
Hey, Kruiser, you're a sheepdog.
Or a kelpie or something. Did he work on the farm with you?
We've found that when Kruiser does get attracted to a grave and has sat on top of one, which is very rare, he's only done it 3 times, that there has been some sort of a past life connection. Mary's sort of just been telling us that she's known of Kruiser in a past life, so humans can have past lives, why can't dogs? It's as simple as that.
What was Kruiser's name in a past life? Getting Timmy, like the famous
Timmy.
5.
Mm.
Was it Timmy?
Okay, we're going to have to close off this session shortly because we have to go move on and go and catch up with some friends. Would you like to like us to come back again? And we can have a chat again?
There's a block, hang on.
That's all right. Would you like us to come back again at some stage? We'll come and say hi to you again and have a longer chat.
And bring Kruiser, because he goes everywhere with me. I can tell you he's not a sheepdog now. He barely runs around the backyard.
Well, thank you, Mary, for having a chat to us. We much appreciate it, and we give you lots of respect and love. And we hope to catch up with you again.
Thank you. Thank William and Sarah for us as well.
Blessings to your family.
She's waving. I think that's why the rods are going the way they are. She's trying to wave with them, but it's not working.